Good morning, students. In the last class, we had derived the equation h bar is equal to 1 I upon 4 pi r into sine alpha 2 minus of sine alpha 1 a5 bar ampere per meter. This was the last derivation where we stopped at. In continuation with that, today let us start with sign convention for alpha 1 and alpha 2. To understand the sign convention for this alpha 2 and alpha 1, now if this is the conductor, right, and if the point at which we are finding the intensity, magnetic field intensity, if it is at this point as I am showing here, right, and here I am drawing here, so that means what? This is alpha 1, this is alpha 1, and this is alpha 2, this is alpha 2. So here the conductor is in between 1 to 2. This is the current carrying conductor 1 to 2. Okay, so the current carrying conductor is above the point of magnetic field intensity. So alpha 1 and alpha 2 both are positive. Alpha 1, alpha 2 both are positive in this case. Let us consider the second case. Here I am drawing the conductor in like this. This is 1, 2, right, and this is here I am drawing here. So this is where the magnetic field intensity I want to find out. Then I am drawing joining here between the conductor 1 and the magnetic field intensity point. So this is alpha 2, this is alpha 2, this is alpha 1, alpha 1. Here in the second case, the conductor is lying below the point of magnetic field intensity. So the both alpha 1 and alpha 2 both are negative in this second case. Now coming to the third case. In the third case, this is our conductor, this is our point 1, then end 2, right, and here we are finding the magnetic field intensity at the point P. This is where I am joining the ends of the conductor to the point where we are finding the magnetic field intensity. This is alpha 1, this is alpha 2, alpha 2. So here the alpha 2 is positive because it is the point 2, the end 2, which is above the point P. So alpha 2 is positive, alpha 2 is positive, okay, and alpha 1 is negative, alpha 1 is negative. So this is the sign convention that we have to understand here in order to obtain the h bar, that is magnetic field intensity caused by the current filaments. So like this we can find the value of the magnetic field intensity considering the signs for alpha 1 and alpha 2. With the understanding of this sign convention for alpha 1 and alpha 2, now let us move on to find out the magnetic field intensity by considering an example. We'll solve an example here. Consider this example, first example, example 1. Find the magnetic field intensity, find the magnetic field intensity at the coordinate 1.5, 2, 3 due to a conductor carrying current of 24 ampere along z axis extending from z equal to 0 to z equal to 6. So what he has asked in the problem, they have asked to find the magnetic field intensity at 1.5, 2, 3. So this is the coordinate at which the point P at which we have to find the magnetic field intensity due to a conductor carrying current of 24 ampere. So the conductor, the point P is 1.5, 2, 3. The conductor carrying the current of 24 ampere, I is equal to 24 ampere, which is placed along Z axis, and from what to what point it is placed? It is placed from Z equal to 0 to Z equal to 6. First, let us convert this problem into a form of a sketch, right? So here we have X, then Y, and then Z. The coordinate, whatever is being given is 1.5, 2, 3. So move 1.5 along X, then move 2 along Y, then come to move along 3 along Z direction. So somewhere here we get the point P 1.5, 2, 3. And the conductor is from Z equal to 0. This is Z equal to 0. So Z equal to 6. Somewhere here Z equal to 6. So the coordinates of this Z are 0, 0, 6. Because it is on the Z axis, X and Y will be 0. So its coordinates are 0, 0, 6. Fine. Now with the differential element, let it be dl bar, and the current flowing through this conductor is 24 ampere. The line joining, so we'll consider the line joining from the current element to the point P. Okay, so this is how we have drawn the sketch for the given example. Okay, asked example. Now let us move on to solve this example. To find the solution to this, let us consider this figure. X, we have Y, and then Z. This is the origin. This is our point P, 1.5, 2, 3. Here the conductor on the Z axis, so it is 0, 0, 6. Then this coordinate is over 3, right? 1.5, 2, 3 on Z axis, it is 3 units. So I am drawing from there the dashed line. Okay, then the conductor one end is at 6, so it is, I am drawing a dashed line from 6. Now the one end of the conductor is at origin, so draw dashed line from there, from the origin to the point of magnetic field intensity. This is alpha 1, this is alpha 1, this is alpha 2, this is alpha 2. So this is 3 units, because Z is 3, so it is 3 units here. Then this is 6 units, this is 6. So difference between 6 and 3, so this much is 3 units and this much is 3 units. Fine, students. So now let us find alpha 2. Alpha 2 is nothing but tan alpha 2 is opposite side by hypotenuse, that is 3 by this distance, that is r. So this is the radius r. Okay, so tan alpha 2 is given by tan inverse 3 divided by r, that is this divided by this, 3 by r. And similarly alpha 1 is equal to tan inverse alpha 1, this is alpha 1, opposite side is 3, tan inverse 3, then the adjacent side is r, so tan inverse 3 by r. For point P, we have X equal to 1.5 and Y is equal to 2, Z equal to 3. Now according to the cylindrical coordinate system, where we have r, 5, z, right? R is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So this system is analogous to the cylindrical system, whatever example they have asked us to solve. So r is given by square root of x square plus y square for the cylindrical system. So based on this, substitute the values of x and y. X is 1.5 square plus 2 square. So this, if we solve it, it will come out to 2.5. Square root of 1.5 square plus 2 square, that comes out to 2.5 in cylindrical system. in cylindrical system. Next, let us find out alpha 2 and alpha 1, because now we know the value of R. Alpha 2 is tan inverse 3 by R. So this will be tan inverse 3 divided by, just now we have found out R, so it is 2.5. So this will be equal to alpha 2 50.194 degrees. Similarly, alpha 1 is also tan inverse. So it is minus tan inverse. Sorry, we skipped that sign previously. So to consider that minus, because alpha 1 is minus there, right? Minus because that is here. If we see the previous figure, right? If we see the previous figure here, it is alpha 1 is below the point P, alpha 2 is above the point P. So alpha 2 is positive, whereas alpha 1 is negative. Alpha 2 is positive, alpha 1 is negative, because this point P, if we take the reference, this alpha 2 is here, it is above point P, alpha 1 is below point P. So alpha 2 is positive, alpha 1 is negative. That is why when considering here, we have to consider alpha 1 is minus tan inverse 3 by R, minus tan inverse 3 by R. So this comes out to, again, that is 3 by minus tan inverse 3 divided by 2.5. So this comes out to minus 50.194 degrees. Now let us substitute this alpha 1 and alpha 2 in the formula for H. H bar is given by I divided by 4 pi R for the finite long straight conductor, sine alpha 2 minus sine alpha 1, because he has given the coordinates. The conductor is extending from 0 to 6, so it's a finite conductor. I by 4 pi R sine alpha 2 minus sine alpha 1 A5 bar. So this will be equal to, I is given 24 ampere. This divided by 4 pi R we have calculated, it is 2.5. This into sine alpha 2 is 50.194 degrees minus sine of minus 50.194 degrees A5 bar. So this comes out to 1.1757 A5 bar ampere per meter, that is H bar. Now this H bar, it is in cylindrical system, so we have to convert it into rectangular system. So to convert to rectangular systems, here A5 bar, it is in cylindrical, so we have to convert it into rectangular system. So to convert from cylindrical to rectangular system, Hx is H bar dot Ax bar, right? Hx component in rectangular system, it is H bar dot Ax bar. H bar is here, it is already there, H bar. So it is 1.1757 A5 bar, then this dot of Ax bar. So this will be equal to 1.1757, then A5 bar dot Ax bar, right? In the module 1 we have studied dot operator table. So if we consider a dot operator table, A5 bar dot Ax bar, right? From the dot operator table, to convert from the cylindrical system to rectangular system, from there this dot product is equal to minus sine phi. So this will be minus of A5 bar dot X bar is minus sine phi, so it is minus sine phi. Next, Hy is equal to H bar dot Ay bar. This will be equal to 1.1757, that is H bar A5 bar dot Ay bar. Here A5 bar dot Ay bar from the dot operator table, so it is nothing but cos phi. So this will be 1.1757 cos of phi. The Hz component is, that is H bar dot Az bar. Okay, so this will be equal to 1.1757 A5 bar dot Az bar. A5 bar dot Az bar is 0 from the dot operator table, so this will be 0. So Hz Hz bar is 0 or Hz is 0. Okay, now we got Hx, Hy and Hz. Next we have to find the angle phi. So in the module 1 we have studied the relationship between Cartesian and cylindrical system. So from there this phi is given by tan inverse of y by x. Right, we have derived this equation when studying the relationship between Cartesian and cylindrical system. It is phi is equal to tan inverse y by x. This comes out to tan inverse 2 divided by 1.5, or this will be equal to 53.13 degrees phi angle. Right, you have to keep in degree mode and calculate it. Phi is 53.13 degree. Then find out sin phi now. Sin phi will be equal to 0.8, that is sine of 53.13. Then similarly cos phi is cos of 53.13. So this will be equal to 0.6. This will be equal to 0.6. Okay, we have calculated it. So we are getting cos phi is cos 53.13, that will be equal to 0.6. Right. So next hx here, hx is given by, hx will be equal to minus of that is hx what we have got here, it is minus of 1.1757 sine of phi. So sine phi is 0.8, so multiplied with 0.8, so this comes out to minus 0.94. Then hy is nothing but, it is hy is 1.1757 cos phi. So cos phi is 0.6, so this into 0.6, so this comes out to 0.704 plus 0.704. Now I can write the expression for h bar. So h bar will be equal to hx ax bar plus hy ay bar plus hz az bar, but hz component is 0, so it will be only hx and hy component. Hx is minus 0.94 ax bar, then plus hy component is 0.704 ay bar ampere per meter. So like this students, we have solved the problem to find the magnetic field intensity at the given point with the given conductor and its length, that is from 0 to 6, z equal to 0 to z equal to 6. It is a finite length here, finite length is being given. Fine, let us take up one more topic here. Let us take up one more topic. Okay students, I hope you have understood here, right? So today we have taken up the topic on, first topic was on, that is sign convention, how to find out alpha 1 and alpha 2, right? How to consider the signs, and then using that sign convention, okay. So here we have shown the sign conventions, right, for alpha 1 and alpha 2, how we are finding the sign for alpha 1 and alpha 2 when it is positive and alpha 2 is negative, right? Under which case alpha 1 and alpha 2 both are positive or both are negative, or one is positive and one is negative. So using this sign convention, we have solved an example to find the magnetic field intensity. So that's all students for today's class, right? If there are any queries or doubts, please send your doubts to me. I will clear your doubts. Thank you.